Good morning, Premier Planet. How was that?
I can't hear out of my right ear.
All right, here's your recap, the wrap-up.
Number 16.
Number 16. But before we get to the wrap-up, this Saturday night in Villa Park, PPW returns with a special 8 p.m. bell time.
Right, Saturday, November 16th. It's late start. We're getting started at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
It's going to be event number 17. And there's going to be the first announced match is the Lumberjack Kendo Stick match, which we'll get into that later.
We'll get into that later. Between Mirko, JoeCop, and Matt Dewar.
Right. First match from event 16 that we're recapping. It was Mojo McQueen, his first match in Premier in a few weeks. He was taking on Steele, who we'd only seen once before.
Who really displayed a lot of charisma and surprised a lot of people with his performance, even though Mojo McQueen defeated him via not just the pancreatic claw, but when he went to the second rope, jumped right into Mojo's plot, grabbed the pancreas from the outside, held that claw and picked him up and put him into like a choke slam down to the mat and held that thing till Steele did not give up. He just passed out.
Right. Steele got the early offense in. He had some great headbutts, some huge back elbows.
And fire.
The turning point was when Mojo McQueen got a hold of his voodoo doll, which he's been using lately.
That voodoo that he do.
Right. Starts stabbing the doll in the stomach.
You know who he started using that on, don't you?
Matt Nix was the first person I remember him using it on.
No. Guess what? You might not even know this. He was doing it to Gold Dust.
Right, I forgot about that.
Exactly, and you know, he was so hyped about that match with Gold Dust. When he started doing it worked.
Yeah, so why not use it on everybody else? Sure.
Been working for him ever since.
Steele goes to the top rope, gets caught with the pancreatic claw. Mojo doesn't just slam him to the ground; he lifts him up in the air by the pancreas, basically
beneath the rib cage.
It slams him to the ground. That was the end of that match.
That was it.
Yep.
But it was bye now, Steele. Now. Again, what night is that event?
November 16th.
And what night of the week is that? Saturday, 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 the Saturday, the Saturday, the Saturday in Villa Park. Jeez, I think I blew an O-ring.
Okay, second match of the evening was a match for contendership in the Triple Threat Heritage title. Saw Texas Pete take on Cousin Eddie versus Outlaw Jay. Some people may say that was a handicap match, but in the same respect, anytime that Jay and Eddie are involved in a triple threat match,
that's it.
There seems to be a lot of miscommunication between the two.
And the other thing, too, is when these guys work as a tag team with one man outside the ring, one man inside the ring, versus one man outside the ring versus with one man inside the ring, they operate like a well-oiled machine, but something happens to these fellas when they get into a situation like that, and then sometimes in singles competition.
Yeah, it's almost like a one-upsmanship, like a brothers or cousins, you know.
Yeah.
One of them wants to outdo the other. They get in each other's face. There's miscommunication.
And then there's all this nipple twisting going on and pulling my finger. You know what I mean.
And then Backwoods Brown was a factor in the match because he was ringside.
Wait a minute, who?
Backwoods Brown.
You mean that 6'7" cat that weighs 400+ pounds?
That would be the
one. That any one of us could get paid $1,000 if we could body slam him. That's Backwoods Brown?
He actually, at the beginning of the match, got caught up in the beat with Texas Pete. He was doing a little ditty with him.
That was probably the most entertaining thing I've seen in wrestling in years.
And Jay and Eddie did not like that. Did not like that one.
Honest to God. Backwoods Brown is not a bad guy. I mean, seriously, I've talked to the guy before. When he's not around those other two, he's a decent guy.
And it played into the end of the match because Backwoods Brown was getting kind of chumly with some fans in the crowd.
It was the kids ringside. The guy couldn't resist.
Right. Outlaw Jay and Eddie get distracted. They start getting in Backwoods' face. Backwoods balls up his fist like he's going to take a shot at him. Eddie dives for cover, walks right into a flying crossbody from Texas Pete.
Beautiful by Texas
1, 2,
Pete,
3.
by the way.
They lose the match.
And Texas Pete advances in two.
Texas Pete's going to get himself a shot at the Heritage Triple Threat Championship.
And he's going to get that on November 16th because Banks has got to defend that title. big news with Banks. We'll tell you a little bit later involving Mr. Banks and World Wrestling Entertainment. Before we kick this matchup off, I just wanted to take a second to tell all y'all that Saturday, we're returning to Villa Park Saturday night with a special 8 p.m. bell time. Be there. Kendo stick lumberjack match between Mirko, JoeCop, and Matt Dewar. Mirko, JoeCop vows it's his last match, but before he leaves this industry, he wants to take Dewar out with him.
Right. He doesn't. He's going to leave, but he wants Matt out as well. So we're going to see if that finally settles the score between these two. But going on to the third match from Event 16, we saw the successful tag team of Milad Akbar and Ron Reeves.
Boy, those guys look good together.
They're going to their second outing.
And let's talk about them real fast, and I'll blaze through this so y'all don't have to be in some drag now. Okay, let's get right down to it. Both of those guys have been to NXT. Ron Reeves took the beginner's classes there when he broke into the industry very first time, and Milad Akbar just came back from a couple of months ago, World Wrestling Entertainment tryout. These guys are thoroughbreds, and now they know what it takes to be a World Wrestling Entertainment superstar, and they're working their butts off to acquire those gifts or those talents, if you will.
Right. They're taking on the gigantic egos of Matt Vine, Calvin Beckham,
who are insanely jealous at the rub thus far that Milad Akbar and Ronnie have had with World Wrestling Entertainment,
right,
because they're both aspiring to be there too. And let's face it, if they were a little mentally tougher, maybe they'd be ready. But let's see what happens over the next few months.
They're the why not me guys. Yeah. Why is he getting it, not me? Da-da-da-da-da. You know, woe is me, my life is so terrible.
And when you call them out, it's always, well, what about them?
Yeah.
What about him? No, man. Focus on yourself. A man focuses on himself and doesn't detract.
The match was interesting because in the beginning,
match was great.
We saw the devastating nipple crippler make a return.
We saw a nipple crippler. We saw a nipple dance.
Beautiful nipple dance from Ron Reeves. It was amazing.
Yeah, as silly as that sounds, you got to see the crowd reaction. Nobody saw it coming.
And
it really took Calvin Beckham out of his game.
And Matt Vine was out of his game because the crowd continued to chant Matt Vine sucks at him, which is something
drives
that
him batshit.
Yeah, he's crawling up the walls every time that happens.
Yeah.
Mass confusion at the end of the match. It ended up being Reeves and who did he brawl to the back with?
He brawled to the back with Matt Vine.
Matt Vine.
Leaving an exposed Calvin Beckham in the ring and a fresh Milad Akbar, in which defeated
that springboard leg drop. He springboards off the second rope, leg dropped
him to the back while he was hunched over. Boom, 1, 2, 3. Now, you know, we're talking about this recap. We're recapping the last event. We're trying to set the stage for you, if you will, and keep you up to date for the upcoming event. But also, we got to make mention that we have DVDs available now. And where are they available at?
If you go to ebay.com, type in Premier Pro Wrestling, we have 4 events available right now. If you don't see the event that you want, it potentially is not listed yet, or we just need to make more copies because, you know, we only make a limited amount. They go quickly. If there's a demand, we'll put more up, you know. So,
hey, the bottom line is, if it's something that you want, we're going to get it to you, and we're going to get it to you in a decent amount of time.
Exactly.
You've got to see these matches, and you've got to see the matches at least, or this DVD from this card, which is, you know, I can't even explain to you the connection between the wrestlers and the fans here now.
Right. Let's move on and get to the fourth match of the evening. Fourth match of the evening. We saw returning Jack Carpenter take on...
Did you just say retarded Jack Carpenter?
Returning Jack Carpenter.
My headphones were turned down.
He was taking on Backwoods Brown. Backwoods Brown had...
So friggin' funny. We're trying to do business here.
He had his cousins with him. Outlaw Jay and Cousin Ed.
Shitbird Wally? What'd you say?
No, his name is not Shitbird Wally.
I know who it is. It's Outlaw Jay. These headphones suck.
Apparently.
All I'm doing is parroting what I thought you said. We got to do business here. Stop screwing around. We got an event this Saturday night in Villa Park at 270 West North Avenue. Anyway, it was Jack Carpenter taking on the Giant. The Giant, 6'7", 400 pounds of Backwoods Brown, and he was seconded by his cousins, Cousin Eddie and Outlaw Jay. Jeez, what the hell's the matter with you? All right. It was a hell of a matchup. Size difference. Carpenter showed a lot of heart. And of course, as most people would predict by looking at the two, this guy's having an aneurysm over here. By looking at the two, the obvious opponent or the obvious participant won. Backwoods Brown. Now, the same Backwoods Brown that we're talking about isn't so bad of a guy when he's away from the cousins, right?
Right.
He beat him with this gigantic slam, that same stuff that Berserker used to hit him with. What's that slam called?
I don't know.
Come on, you know what the hell it's called. Anyway, he drives him to the ground with a devastating move. One. And the cousins say to Brown, one more, teach him a lesson. What did man want to tell us? You know what I'm saying? And then they caught him into doing a second. He did it reluctantly. And then the third one almost made Backwoods Brown cry himself because he felt so awful for it, and he did it anyway. Now, there was no permanent damage to returning Jack Carpenter, but he was certainly taken out almost on a stretcher. They had to have 4 guys come and carry him out, and that was the end of that matchup. But I'll tell you, I think we're starting to see a little dissension between the Hellbillies.
Right.
All right, then. On to the next match. This next matchup features a cocky and arrogant and overconfident newcomer, Matt Dewar, taking on Willie the Bomb Richardson,
right,
a virtual Midwest wrestling legend.
And it was a qualifying match for the Armageddon Gauntlet. Matt's first attempt to get in, Willie was getting another chance to get in because of the extenuating circumstances of his previous attempts to get
extenuating and what did they say?
Right.
In Billy Madison.
Yeah, there you go.
Extenuating, extenuating.
Because of constant interference from Matt Vine.
Sure. Weinberg?
Yeah, Vineback. Milodberg.
Jeez, that Vine has just got such an ego on him.
Willie took early control of this match.
Of course he did. It's Willie.
Made one mistake, went for his patented flying elbow drop.
Which is an amazing thing to see.
Matt gets out of the way at the last possible second.
I mean, we're not kidding you. I know Matt Dewar knows what flavored deodorant Willie uses. That's how close it was before Dewar got out of there.
Flavored deodorant? I always thought deodorant came in scents.
Whatever, man. You know what I mean.
But anyway, the elbow slams into the ground.
Ba-boom.
Matt sees Willie wince every time he tries to use the arm after that.
And he was on him like stink on shit.
Right. He targets the elbow relentlessly after that, tying it up in the ropes, slamming it into the guardrail, putting him into the ring post, stomping him on the ground, arm hammer locks, everything he could think of.
Wrist locks.
Yeah, anything to put pressure on that. Every time Willie tried to do something or use that arm at all, Matt grabbed it, and he immediately started to grimace from the pain in the elbow.
I mean, fans, he literally ripped his arm out of his ass in this matchup.
And lo and behold, Willie was able to mount a one-hand comeback. And
he was busier than a one-handed man in a wallpaper hanging contest.
Exactly. He makes a one-arm comeback, hits a pounce, didn't have the momentum that he normally has on the
But it was a damn pounce. It was enough momentum to throw Dewar out of the ring.
Yeah,
you know?
Dewar gets knocked out of the ring by the 50% pounce. And the refs check it on Matt as Matt's out of the ring. Lo and behold, who decides to poke his head into this mess?
Of course.
Matt Vine.
And what was he wearing?
He was wearing Willie the Bomb's shirt that he wore to the ring.
And insult to injury. You see what we're saying about this guy?
He dives in the ring behind Willie. Willie turns around, gets a swinging neck breaker for Matt Vine. Matt Dewar hops back in the ring, gets the pinfall, qualifies for the gauntlet.
So what happened again? He takes Willie out of the freaking gauntlet competition, out of qualifying, and that's all this guy's wanted. That's the only reason he came to PPW in the first place.
Right. Now, we're going to join this match immediately after Matt Dewar got the pinfall, and we're going to show you the aftermath of what happened during that exchange.
You ain't even gonna see this one coming. You're gonna learn to hate. You and you watching. This time you're not coming back. No! Come on, Mirko! Take care, boy, Mirko! Take care! Get him, boy! Take care! Another one. Come on, guys, come on! Are you afraid of me? Are you afraid of me, man? Come on! Don't run! Stay up between your legs. Why you run away every time? Because he's a boss. Give me. Where's your... Give me that one.
Nice one, man. That was awesome.
Come on, Mirko. You came down with all right?
That's it, Matt. I'm sick of punks. I'm sick of punks like you guys. These students come in here, have 2 matches, and you think you're WWE superstar. You don't pay your dues on time. You don't come set up the ring. You don't put up flyers. You don't care about this business. That's it, man. I'm sick of you punks.
Come on, what exactly are you?
And they don't bring snacks either.
2 weeks ago, I didn't know if I wanted to do this anymore. You jacked me up. You broke my nose. You hurt my knee. Hit me with the kendo stick 100 times. You know what? One more time before I hang it up. It's gonna be me and you. And there ain't gonna be any running this time, Matt. 'Cause every time I hit you, you run away. I get a chair, you run away. I hit you with the kendo stick, you run away. We're gonna line this ring. We're gonna line this ring with lumberjacks. They're gonna have the kendo sticks, man. No running, no getting away. What you think about that?
He's scared. You can't do that.
And there's gonna be punching pie too. Yeah. I ain't tell you about that. Oh man,
Come on, Matt.
It's over, Matt. It's over. I'm gonna get you before I finish this business, all right?
You're done, man.
If it means you're quitting, then of course I'm going to take the match, you fat slob. Yeah, I'm going to be the man who gets rid of you once and for all. And that way all these people don't have to watch you perform anymore. So you could cheer me for that.
I'm taking you with me, Matt. We're going to hell, Matt, but you're coming too.
This next matchup features some tag team specialists, and really tag team specialists on both ends. Team C Stretch taking on 2/3 of the $1 billion empire. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The $1 billion empire asked Banks, Mr. Banks, the same Mr. Banks whose name appears in that rubber stamp, which name appears on the bottom of their checks, to leave the ringside area.
Right. Before the match begins, they say, hey, you know, we won our matches 2 weeks ago.
What happened in yours?
You lost your match when you sent us to the back.
Yep.
Don't be out here with us. We don't need that kind of jinx.
Exactly.
So they send Banks to the back. They want to do the tag team match by themselves. But
What happened?
C-Man and Mass Stretcher, despite a massive size disadvantage.
Huge size disadvantage, but man, these guys are just such a well-oiled tag team.
Absolutely.
When that finally comes around and they start doing the qualifiers and this company starts focusing on who's going to be their next tag team champions, my money's on C-Stretch.
Yeah, they're definitely a front runner for tag team titles. They actually were able to get the upper hand on Will and Jay. At one point, they got Jay out of the ring. They took Will, combination attacks, that C-Man, that tidal wave roll.
Unbelievable.
Running knee tremble from Mass Stretcher.
The cannonball.
Cannonball.
Cannonball coming!
C-Man comes diving off the top rope with a splash. They got the pinfall on that. They bested the much bigger team of Will and Big J.
Yeah, it was an amazing matchup. I mean, seriously, nobody, I would say, even at World Wrestling Entertainment, that does tag team wrestling like these guys did.
Absolutely. Now let's go on to the main event for the evening.
Thank you, sir.
So now for the main event of the evening for event 16, we don't have to do a whole lot of setup on this one because we're doing something special. We're actually going to show you this match in its entirety. It's for the vacant
And
Triple Threat
fans, seriously,
Heritage title.
that being said, lucky you, because this is a great matchup that you can't get this caliber of matchup for free currently in any wrestling company or online in the United States today. So
Right. It's Triple Threat match for the vacant Heritage Championship. Cutter Crosby, Alex Bernardino, the former champion, and Darren Banks, Mr. Banks. Before the match begins, Banks sends his boys, Big J and Will, to the back, much like they sent him to the back in the previous match, saying he wants to do this on his own.
And why does he want to do it on his own? Let's be clear about this because it was official. His travel and accommodations have been taken care of this week. Mr. Banks will be trying out in Tampa, Florida at the NXT training facility, which is the World Wrestling Entertainment training facility. This is a real tryout. This is legit. And what he was trying to do here was he's trying to tell us that, since I've got to stand on my own and you guys can't come with me for that, I've got to learn to do it.
Yep. So let's not waste any more time on this. Let's get right to it. We're going to show you the match, and then we're going to come back and wrap this thing up.
Bring that bell.
All right,
And
here we
we're
go.
off.
We got the triple threat match for the vacant Heritage title.
And why was it vacant again?
There was a situation where, for those that don't know, the first person to 2 falls wins Triple Threat Heritage title matches.
All right.
All three
beautiful
men in the
move,
previous
sorry.
match got their own fall, and then at the end, when it was sudden death, the next fall won, there was a triple pinfall.
I remember that.
So the title was held up and vacated.
Irish Whip, OCD Alex Bernardino clearly in control now. He's got both men down, Cutter Crosby and D. Banks, who wanted to be out here alone and says he's turned over a new leaf because he's got a World Wrestling Entertainment tryout coming up.
Right, much like his tag partners earlier, he sent Will and Jay to the back before this match began.
Well, and the thinking here is he can't bring them with him when he goes to work for WWE or goes to tryout for World Wrestling Entertainment. So he wants to see if he can stand alone, and let's see if it makes sense if it holds true. Definitely got the attributes. Oh, did you see that out of nowhere? He's definitely, all 3 of these men have the attributes.
Interception on that one. That was beautiful.
I can't believe how Cut has been coming along, too. And again, talk about tenacity like you did with the mass stretcher, Alex Bernardino. Definitely tenacity personified. Referee gets 1, 2, too close to the ropes anyway. And Bernardino gets control. And is he going to just hold the face lock? Yeah, he is.
Double underhook.
Chicken wing suplex. Nicely done. And look at Cutter there before he even goes for the 1 count. Cutter's really been thrown to the wolves over the past 3 or 4 events, and he's really stepped up to the challenge each time.
For sure.
Just being in the ring with these 2 guys who have power, tenacity, speed, quickness, core strength, a lot more experience, and he's hung tough. The last matchup was phenomenal. I'm really expecting, between these 3, I'm really expecting great things here
Watch
tonight.
out, Banks. Spinning sidekick.
Just a plain old fist to the head. Irish whip in.
Huge clothesline.
Real nice inverted lariat. Goes for the cover.
1, 2. Nope.
Cutter Crosby back up, crawling back into the ring. Might be crawling in a little soon though because
Oh, she got shut up real quick on that one.
Cutter, look at that. Can you believe Cutter? Oh, man.
Huge belly to belly.
Drove him in at
Two.
the end, too. You know what I mean? Kind of getting frustrated, too. I mean, that really was a great, innovative move.
For sure. Here you go. What's he going to do with this?
Banks is going to power out. Try to, anyway.
Banks does have the size advantage in this exchange.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, Cut is really strong, man.
He is, but he does give up a little bit of size to Banks,
Yeah,
though.
no two ways about it.
Oh, toe kick right in the stomach.
Keeping that arm the whole time.
Did you hear that?
Oh,
my God. Too slow.
Oh, see, he couldn't help but go for the pinfall, ignoring the fact, consciously or subconsciously, that he was going to get kicked between the eyes. He saw him down, he had to go for the pinfall.
I know. I mean,
No.
it was smart, but, man, he paid for it.
Come on,
Yeah.
people, let's hear it.
He might have turned over a new leaf, but the fans don't know it.
He's going to pay for
Oh! Talk about a bump.
Yeah, he just wasn't tagging him hard enough with those punches.
Nope, and he paid for it. Those punches were shades of Texas Pete.
Let's not say things we can't take back. Jeez, missile drop kick.
Off the second. Nice move. Alex hurt himself, too, on that one. Let's see if Cutter can get over here to break up that pinfall or not.
Here you go. One, two.
And Cutter. Cutter.
Oh.
Oh. Cutter's lighting them both up, man. He may be a rookie, but he don't look like it there.
Yep.
My turn.
Oh.
Oh. PU. Right?
Yeah, that was nothing on that one. Here we go. Kick to the gut. Another one. Banks is still on the floor.
Oh, nice Irish whip.
Ooh.
Cutter.
Try to hip toss.
Nice!
Oh. Neck breakered him right out of his boots.
You got to give Bernardino credit for that one, though. That was gorgeous.
Ooh. Big uppercut.
He really, I don't think anybody in the company is as great an uppercut as Banks, man. Listen to that. Every time he connects, and I take that back. Bernardino's is pretty damn
Yeah, it's not too
impressive,
shabby
too.
either.
As he knocked him to the ground, my God. Bernardino over the last year, man, has really, really turned it on.
Well, he stepped up to the plate from wow.
Oh, that sucked.
I think Banks might have lost one of his teeth on there.
At least one. I think I see two sticking there in the ring apron.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'll tell you, that half an inch of pad really doesn't help when it's over concrete.
Not at all, man. And here's Cutter.
One,
Two, and Cutter kicks out.
You think, oh, it's not so bad. There's a pad there. Just wait till
Oh,
your
man.
liver quivers when you get slammed on.
Exactly, with your weight coming down on it, and bam. Took most of that on the kidneys.
If you feel your kidneys tremor, then you'll know how bad it is.
Oh, nice.
Float over.
Nice.
Nope.
I can't believe Bernardino even made it that far.
He's hurting. Look at him.
Yeah. That'll mess up your sternum real
Not that
quick
you can
for
blame him. I mean, he took a horrible slam there.
That's what I'm saying. Sciatica personified, and here we go with the snug forearms.
And he's been
again.
lit
The
up with
uppercut.
8 or 9 beautiful European uppercuts.
Look at the air just leave his body, man.
Oh, he gets socked right in the back.
Oh, nice. People are really starting to respond to Cutter.
He knocks him back into the corner again. Oh. Banks took a hard landing on that body slam.
Cut. Coulda. Do something. Coulda.
Cover. 1, 2.
Man. Bernardino, I think, is kind of surprised that Cud is starting to get so aggressive, stepping up to the challenge against himself and D-Banks.
He gets a jawbreaker for his trouble.
Nice jawbreaker. Well placed, too, in the matchup. Oh, man.
Wow. KO shot.
That was the lip buster, he calls it, I think.
Now is not the time to get frustrated, Alex.
Nope. He should know that better than anybody as a former, PPW Triple Threat champion. Oh, I think he's setting him up for the superplex, man.
He's had good luck with this.
Yeah, he does it real well. Look at those shots.
He's taking a lot of time to set it up, though. A lot of time to set it up.
Yeah. Here's Banks. Oh, man. Wait a minute. An electric chair?
Triple stack. Oh, Bernardino got the worst of that.
Oh, my Lord.
Bernardino got folded in half between the two.
They both look messed up. All three. Look at Cutter's face. His back.
Yep.
What's going on here now?
I think
He counted all three. That move took so much out of all three of them. All they had to do was lay an arm over each other.
I think they all got a fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Getch has informed me that all 3 men have scored 1 fall. The score is now
They're all still down, too.
So it's basically sudden death now. Next fall wins.
And you know what? What if we get a triple count out here? Did you ever think of that?
Then the title stays vacant.
Huh. Cutter, nope, he's moving. He's starting to move.
Everybody's hurt.
Yeah.
Kip up.
Kip up, Jerry.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, 3 men. That was good. Now it's going to come down to who wants it more. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, now this is action, man. Oh.
Tell you, that fighting spirit on Alex Bernardino is unbelievable.
Oh, this match, business is starting to pick up, man.
Bernardino has so much fighting spirit. I mean, I really think this guy could fight through a critical injury just for the sake of continuing the match.
Oh, he has, man. I mean, if the truth be known. Oh, beautiful power slam. Get over there, kid. And he does. Breaks it up. And what's he going to do? Nothing.
Back
Bangs,
elbows.
2 of them.
Belly to belly.
Oh.
Kicked in the face for his trouble.
This is what Triple Threat Wrestling's all about right here, man. Triple Threat matches. Uh-oh. Oh!
Wow.
I think Crosby's been... He really hit his head on that.
He's taken the worst of it so far, I think. He just realized his boys have came out.
No. Come on. Go to the back. I told everybody I'm going to do this on my own. Go to the back. I'll pay you guys.
He better not turn his back on Alex for too long.
I'm doing this on my own.
Or cut it, for that matter.
Oh, he gets a headbutt in the breadbasket for his trouble. Oh, this springboard bulldog.
Oh.
This could be it.
He's finished guys with this for 1, 2. Oh!
He had the opportunity, but
that was so close, man.
Cutter was in no condition to stop the pinfall.
$1 billion empire is not going anywhere. Cutter Crosby taken out of his boots by Alex Bernardino.
There you go.
Irish whip from halfway across into the corner. Oh.
Flying body attack.
Big time.
Yep. Oh. Oh.
Fight back, kid. Oh, there we go. Fight back, kid.
Here you go.
Oh, no. Watch out.
What is this? The cutthroat. Oh! Alex Bernardino could have a broken neck.
Oh my God, that was. What's going on with the $1 billion tards?
Texas. Wait a minute. Diamond cutter.
Oh, while the referee was distracted. That's it.
Unbelievable.
Triple threat champ who wanted to do it on his own.
Yeah,
But now, I want to know right now, was that inadvertent or not? Or inadvertent, you know?
Y'all don't want to see me win like that, right? Should we restart the match? Should we restart the match so we can get a real champion? I had all you idiots fooled. You guys are all idiots.
All right, fans, don't forget, this Saturday night in Villa Park, 270 West North Avenue, when you approach the building, okay, you're going to see the 5-star swap meet. When you see that 5-star swap meet sign, the entrance, go left. That entrance is going to be closed because it's after hours. You go left, you go around the building, you go around the Garden Fresh Market.
Make a right.
Make a right.
All the way around the back.
All the way around the back, and you'll see it'll be clearly marked as the pro wrestling entrance. This time, please make a note. Bell time is 8 p.m. Tickets for the event are $12 ringside, $10 general admission, and $5 kids general admission.
And don't forget, you can buy your tickets in advance online.
Yeah, you can buy them in advance online at PremierProWrestlingOnline.com. Tickets will be available at the door, but the company's starting to grow, and if you want advanced ringside tickets, I would get them.
Yes. There's a set of glass double doors in the back. You are allowed to park your vehicles in the back. You don't have
Plenty of parking, plenty of free parking.
You don't have to park in the front and walk all the way around. You can park in the back, walk right to the glass double doors, up that hall, and that'll be your main entrance right there. And normally we have 7 or 7:30 bell time. It's a special late start, 8 p.m. So just make sure that you don't get there early. You'll be sitting there for a while if you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, one huge match announced already.
Oh, guess what? There's another huge match announced.
Ooh, that's right.
Alex Bernardino is going to be taking on Calvin Beckham in singles competition.
Yep. That was actually just announced earlier today. I don't even think it's broken on the website.
No, I'm going to put it on our Facebook page. What's that again?
Facebook.com/Premier Pro Wrestling.
Please join up. We've got almost 3,000 members, and the reason why is because the content. We are constantly updating, and we are constantly coming up with really, really big news, like another one of our students. I shouldn't say one of our students from the training facility is going to World Wrestling Entertainment for a tryout. That's the 5th one in less than a year.
Right, and nobody else can make that claim about
in the world.
Sending 5 students in less than a year of existence.
And that's the other thing I want to lay out there, too. Come on out, because you don't know. One of these guys may end up being the next Stone Cold Steve Austin or Dwayne The Rock Johnson or John Cena. And you can always say, I knew him when.
And we can't stress enough, quality independent wrestling.
Real quality independent wrestling.
Ring rental from high spots, light tubes and barbed wire nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, members of our staff have been involved with every pro wrestling company in the world, including World Wrestling Entertainment and TNA. You know what I'm saying? We have endorsements from guys like Mick Foley. Like I say, World Wrestling Entertainment Talent Relations takes us seriously and takes our opinion seriously when it comes to who's going to be the future face of that company or potential future face of that company. So
right, it's quality wrestling. If you know people that are wrestling fans,
they're going to love you for referring them to us.
And if you have friends that are like, oh God, indie wrestling, I don't want to go to that.
If you've gone to crappy independent promotions or indie shots, Give us a chance.
Yeah, let us change your opinion on what independent wrestling is, because
Exactly.
it will be changed by the time you leave.
Yep, exactly.
It's not going to be what you're used to if you have been jaded by paying your $10 or $12 for this other stuff and
And to see the same guys and the same matches over and over and over again.
Right. We always try to take a chance on the underdogs, the guys that are, quote, unteachable, uncoachable.
Guys that have been, talent that's been bullied other places. We always have different concept matches like the Triple Threat Heritage Championship matchup. And this weekend, this Saturday night, again, it's the Lumberjack Kendo Stick matchup.
Yeah.
Would you like to lay a little detail on that, and then we'll finally say goodbye with this thing?
What it is basically, it's going to be a lumberjack match, but the lumberjacks will be armed with kendo sticks. So the second anybody hits the floor, tries to leave the ringside area, they're going to have 10 guys outside with kendo sticks wailing on them until they get back into the ring. It's an original concept, never been done before.
And it sucks to be a participant.
It's gonna be a terrible match for the participants because it is not gonna be fun.
Well, what's the purpose of this matchup? What's the premise? One more time. I know we said it earlier, but go ahead.
Well, every time that Mirko JoeCop has gotten his hands on his bitter rival Matt Dewar, Matt Dewar has fled. He got the kendo stick during the Raising Cane match. As soon as he got in a couple of shots on Matt fled. There was the incident.
Oh, man, the beating he took from that, too, Mirko. Busted nose, about 50 welts all over his carcass, and also blew out his knee.
Then, when they were about to, him and Vine were about to put a beat down on Willie the Bomb on the event that we were just recapping, he gets in the ring with a chair, gets one shot in on Matt flees again. Every time he tries to get some sense of revenge or avenge what Matt has done to him.
I know, Mirko, it's reckoning.
Every time he tries to do it, Matt flees. So they decided to do a lumberjack match, but to make it special, since Matt has such a penchant for that kendo stick, every lumberjack outside that ring is going to be armed with one.
And Mirko says this is going to be his last match in pro wrestling, which is a damn shame because this guy really is the heart and soul of PPW. Yeah, of course he's going to be involved, but...
Right. It's the broken spirit. He can't believe that somebody that he considered such a great friend.
And he worked with for so long. They've had pay-per-views together. They've went out and cruised chicks together. They've bumped dickheads in the past,
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like they used to be, buds. And one incident of Matt in his first professional match ever gets sent over the guardrail into the crowd.
Yep.
He sees it as an attempt by, somebody who he sees as an inferior physical opponent.
Yeah.
Trying to dog him out and take him out of the business. Something snapped in his head. He hasn't been the same since.
Nope. And that's going to be settled this Saturday night, come hell or high water. You're
not going to want to miss it.
No, you're not going to want to miss it. This whole card, and please keep going to the Facebook page because matches are going to be added every day this week up until the event. We will see your happy asses on Saturday.
17 and 18 are going to be loaded with last-minute Armageddon Gauntlet qualifying matches to be announced. It's people's last chances to get in, so you're not going to want to miss it. You don't know what you're going to see, but you're going to see something special.
See you Saturday.
See you Saturday.
Y'all be cool now.